What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Tuesday, April 25th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live, and follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. But the biggie, sign up for the lineup generator. You see it on the banner at the top of the screen. 50% off for your first week. It's less than $5. We create thousands of lineups, and then we look at them all. We get rid of all the ones that we think stink. We present the rest to you. Click save, and you can keep that lineup. Click discard, another one just pops up immediately. Balanced, contrarian, chalky lineups. You could lock a player in. You could swap players around. You'll see projections, ownership, optimal rates. You could export up to 20 via CSV. If you've been on the fence here, if you're trying to get better at DFS, you should absolutely try this right now for less than $5. It's going to make you better. Now, we're going to round out the bottom of my top 10. Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Chris Paul, and Aaron Gordon on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. First up at number 5, we've got DeAndre Ayton. He is center eligible, 6,400, projected for 36. The goal is 35. He's in the optimal lineup 31% of the time. Looks great to me. 34 minutes, call it 1.05 fantasy points per minute. I got him in for 19% usage, 17 points, almost 12 rebounds, an assist, maybe a steal, maybe a block. Call it like a stock and a half. It's a great spot here for him against the Clippers, honestly. They're 12.5 point favorites, so he has the opportunity to have a big day. I could see him having sort of like a Brook Lopez day from yesterday as a true ceiling game, just without the threes, obviously. But he could have a monster day against the Clippers, especially if they have to zig and try to go ultra small, and Ayton wants to take advantage of it. But at 6,400, you don't have to go all that crazy. If he's a fantasy point per minute guy and can play 34 minutes, he's in the ballpark of being awesome, and it won't take much. Like let's just say he had a 1.2 fantasy point per minute day. That would not be all that crazy. That's probably like a 60th percentile performance. But if he played 34 minutes, he'd be close to a lock to be in the optimal lineup. That's why you need to get to Ayton. Al Horford in at number 4, power forward center. Love the flexibility. 5,100, projected for 28.5. The goal is 28.5, and he's in the optimal lineup 31% of the time. Playing about 33 minutes a night here. We did see increased playing time for Time Lord in the last game, but for right now, assuming Boston can dispatch Atlanta, they're going to get a little bit of rest. So 0.85 fantasy points per minute for Horford. It's a weird stat line. It's all single-digit type stuff. 9.8 points, 7 boards, 3 assists, a stock and a half. It's the flexibility you get here. The price and minutes are great. The fact that you can put him in at power forward really unlocks Horford. In at number 3, we've got Bogdan Bogdanovic. I'm assuming he starts today in place of DeJounte Murray. Murray done for what is probably the season. Shooting guard, small forward eligibility for Bogdanovic. Great flexibility. 4,800. That's a pretty good price tag for a guy that should be starting but wasn't starting. Projected for 27, goals 27, optimal lineup 35% of the time. Now, if he moves into the starting lineup, his rates do take a pretty sizable hit playing alongside Trae Young aggressively, and the rest of the starters for that matter. But 32 minutes for Bogdanovic could be a little bit less. Like the experience you get of trying to get to Bogdanovic or Bay, or I guess, increased minutes for John Collins, where we see Hunter's minutes, it can move around a little bit, but I don't think anybody's just going to step into the rotation and play 28 minutes. I don't think we're going to get a ton of AJ Griffin. So I think Bogdanovic's minutes are pretty safe. 19% usage, 13.5 points, 3.5 boards, 3.5 assists, a stock and a half. The positionality, shooting guard, small forward, guard forward utility, that is the key to rostering Bogdanovic. At number 2, we go to Jaylen Brown. Speaking of flexibility and price tag, why is he 8,100? This makes no sense. He's shooting guard, small forward, 8,100, projected for 48. The goal is 43.5. He's in the optimal lineup 37% of the time. What are we doing here? 39 minutes for Jaylen Brown. He's a 1.2 fantasy point per minute guy. 31% usage, 29 real points, 7 boards, 3.5 assists, and a stock and a half. Great spot, pace up, not a great defense. Why is he 8,100 if he's playing these kind of minutes? The fact that you can get him at shooting guard and small forward is incredible flexibility for what you want to do today. Now, because this is the first game, you're probably putting him in shooting guard or small forward individually. You're not unlocking anything later. But even still, Jaylen Brown looks awesome. If it wasn't for one simple change for Atlanta, Jaylen Brown would probably be my number one contender. Make sure you're signing up for the lineup generator, $4.48. What an incredible deal. And if you hate it, you can cancel it anytime during your first week. That's all you're out, $4.48. That's not a bad way to try something out here. And it's a tool that will save you time and, I think, pay for itself. Your number one contender for today is Trae Young. He's point guard eligible, 8,600, projected for 53. The goal is 46. He's in the optimal lineup 38% of the time. No DeJounte Murray. This is everything for Trae Young. Now, it is an awful matchup, and he is going to get the kitchen sink thrown at him. That is going to be problematic, but you can't go a different direction. 39 minutes, 1.35 fantasy points per minute, 28.5 points, 12 assists, 4 boards, 35% usage, and a stock and a half. He's underpriced. With no Murray, Trae Young's a different guy. Do I like Jaylen Brown a lot as well just because of that position? I do. But no one's ceiling relative to their salary is higher than Trae Young. He's the clear number one play for today. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Tuesday, April 25th. FanDuel version is around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. We're back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.